Perfect. So find your way to a comfortable seat on your mat in your space. You can also lay down, lean against a wall. Oh, this color situation is excellent. Maybe from here or wherever you are, close the eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose, let it all the way out through the nose, excuse me. Taking a moment to feel where you are physically in space, your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips if you're sitting. See where you are, like emotionally, spiritually, as we honestly enter just full on hibernation. We're at home, we're staying at home. And even as we, are staying at home again, can we dive in even kind of deeper into this home, your body, your spirit, your breath, your mind? Kind of exploring today, maybe like what the challenge is for you and diving in, sitting with yourself, staying present. I've been escaping in all different ways lately. Netflix, Google searches, baking, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. Hobbies are important. And what I have been 100% neglecting is this quiet time with myself. So, how can you dive in? How can you just lean into this hibernation period? Let's take a deep breath in, reach both arms out to the side and all the way up over the head. Exhale, pull hands down to heart center, middle of your chest. Maybe a slight bow of the chin, really honoring this as a sacred space, a sacred time. Yourself as a sacred being. Nice. And then releasing hands down towards the thighs, down towards the floor. Let's go ahead and drop chin to chest. And as the chin drops in, can you keep the shoulders kind of back and down, mostly neutral. They're not really pulling back, but trying to avoid that round forward. So the spine stays neutral except for the neck, which is in flexion. So let's give this one more deep breath. And all the way out. And then as you inhale, can you trace chin along collarbone, drawing chin up to left shoulder? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let chin drop back into chest. Nice. Deep breath in here. Full breath out. Nice. Big breath in. Draw chin along collarbone up to right shoulder. Let that breath out. Give it one more deep breath in. Exhale, chin back to chest. Nice. Deep breath in here. Exhale, interlace fingers. Bring the palms to the back of the head. Let the elbows hang heavy. And of course, if you have any neck issues or if you're already feeling a good stretch in the neck without the hands, this is an option. Nothing here is mandatory. Notice if you can kind of lift, as we lift the crown of the head, similar, we're going to lift kind of the back of the neck up towards the ceiling, just to keep the spine, the rest of the spine nice and neutral and supported. So the core muscles kind of hug in. Not so tight that your belly still can't expand with the inhale breath, but tight enough that you're not just kind of slumping into the bones. Technical term to slump. Nice. Let's go ahead and release the hands if you had them behind the head, and then go ahead and lift the face. Think about pressing the chin kind of back as you lift it up. Nice. Well, let's take a deep breath and reach both arms up and over the head. As you exhale, go ahead and land the right arm down, reach that left arm up and over. Just a quick side bend stretch getting into those left side ribs. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, land that left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. Nice. Inhale, reach both arms up. As you exhale, we're going to bring hands behind the back, interlace fingers behind, so kind of clasping those into a fist. Press, excuse me, the knuckles down towards the floor as you lift through the chest. And then exhale, as you release, if you want, you can fold forward and kind of lift the hands up towards the ceiling. And maybe the crown of the head reaches towards the floor and you might be up here. That's great. Think about rounding a little bit more into the spine. Nice. Inhale and go ahead and release that as you sit up tall. We're going to keep the hands into a fist. Bring the hands around towards your left side hip or maybe up into kind of your waist. Squeeze the elbows back towards each other. Nice. From here, as you exhale, go ahead and drop right ear to the right shoulder. You should feel a nice stretch along the side of the neck, maybe into the top of the shoulder. I'm always astounded by how connected everything is. I've been dealing with some tension in my jaw. It was actually locked up for 3 days, off and on. And I'm lucky enough to have a cousin who's a physical therapist. And she asked about my shoulders. And I was like, what? I'm talking about my face. But it's all connected, y'all. Isn't that a metaphor? Let's go ahead and lift the head. Nice. Press that fist back behind you again. We're not going to fold forward, but go ahead and lift through the chest, stretch the shoulders. Nice. Exhale, come back to a neutral spine. You're going to bring that fist to the other side, your right side. So again, either in the hip, maybe kind of tucked up in the waist. Pull the elbows back towards each other and then drop left ear to left shoulder. Like, carry so much more tension on this side. That ear comes, kind of find my end range of motion way higher up than my other side. Notice if you're holding any tension in the hips here as we kind of distort our center of gravity. Can you just relax that tension in the hips so that you can hold yourself up tall? Nice. Let's go ahead and lift the head. We're going to release the hands. One more time, reach them all the way out and up. Nice. Exhale, bring them down towards the mat. We're going to lean back a little bit, bring soles of the feet to the mat. Knees up towards the sky. I'm just turning so that you can see a little bit better. Excuse me. Nice. We're going to plant the soles of the feet down. Knees point up. Find some energy into the legs. Feel like your thighs are kind of hugging in towards each other. Nice. We're going to plant our right hand down behind the shoulder, fingertips face out. Take a deep breath and reach that right arm high. As you exhale, reach across towards those left toes. Nice. Inhale, we're going to reach that left hand up. We're going to press into the right hand, lift the hips, kind of a one-legged reverse table here. Nice. Exhale, go ahead and land those hips down. We're going to do that on the other side. So right hand places down, fingertips point out. Inhale, reach that left arm up. Exhale, reach it across the body towards the right toes. Inhale, lift that left hand up as you press into that right hand, lift the hips. Nice. Exhale, land it down one more time each side. This feels so good. Left hand plants down, right arm reaches up, deep breath in. Exhale, reach across. Nice. Inhale, as you reach up, press into that left hand, lift the hips up high. It's kind of like maybe wild thing a little bit also. Land those hips down. Right hand plants down, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left arm reaches across towards right toes. Little twist. Inhale, reach that left arm up as you press into the left hand, lift those hips high. Nice. Exhale, let's land those hips down. Now we're going to turn our fingertips to face our toes, plant both palms down. Nice. Press into the heels of the feet, the heels of the hands. Inhale, lift the hips, coming into a reverse table with both arms down. Nice. And let's go ahead and keep the chin tucked in towards chest. So you can drop it down, that's a variation, but let's just keep it up so we can keep our focus on the strength in the legs. Still feel like you're like hugging those inner thighs in towards each other. Reach the knees forward and then reach the tailbone in the same direction of the knees, right? So working less on this arch in the back and more of this strength through the seat. Nice. Take one more deep breath here. Let it all the way out. Nice. You can stay right here as you inhale, maybe walk the feet forward. Come into reverse plank. Keep that strength in the legs in the seat. Nice. Exhale, let's land the feet down. If the knees are still bent, go ahead and straighten them out. Coming into our Dandasana, our staff pose here. Nice. Flex the toes back towards the face. Press the heels down. Maybe there's some gap underneath the knees, especially if the hamstrings are just talking to you. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Let that breath all the way out. Let's go ahead and reach the hands up and over the head. As you exhale, we're going to hinge forward. Think forward fold. So hips tip forward. Again, maybe knees bend even more. Nice. Reach those fingertips towards the feet. They don't have to get close. They definitely don't have to go past. Inhale, let's lift halfway up. So length through the spine. Maybe fingertips come outside of the ankles or the shins. Exhale, go ahead, fold in one more time. Paschimottanasana. Nice. Inhale, let's lift all the way up. Arms reach up and over the head. Nice. Exhale, let's bring hands down to the mat. Fingertips face forward, hands behind the shoulders. If you want, inhale, press into the heels, lift the hips, come into that reverse plank. Maybe point through the toes. Nice. Exhale, land those hips down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding over the legs. You can maybe bend those knees. Inhale, halfway lift, length through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Think half sun salutation, but we're doing it on our seat. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale again, land those hands down on the mat, fingertips face forward. Inhale, lift the hips, just one breath. Exhale, land the seat down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs, reach those fingertips forward, reach, 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 reach. Inhale, halfway lift, let the fingertips come back. Exhale, release and fold. Last one. Inhale, let's reach all the way up. Exhale, land the hands down, fingertips face forward. Inhale, lift the hips, reverse plank. Nice. Exhale, land the hips down. Last time, inhale, reach forward. Or reach up, rather. Exhale, go ahead and reach forward. And then we'll just let the hands rest here, coming into that full forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. One more deep breath in. Feel the belly pressing against the thighs as the lungs expand. As you exhale, can you release chin in towards chest anymore? Stretching the back of the neck. Nice. As you inhale, let's go ahead and walk fingertips back underneath the shoulders, supporting our torso to sit up nice and tall. And then let's go ahead and cross the legs, rolling over the ankles. Come onto hands and knees. If that's not appropriate for your knees or your ankles, you can always bring the legs over to one side. And we'll all meet in a tabletop. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Reach the thumbs in towards each other. Reach the middle finger and the pointer finger up towards the top of the mat. Press that mat away from you. So a lot of energy through the arms. And press through the knees as well, maybe the tops of the feet or the toes. Nice. So less that you're just letting the bones hold you up and off the floor, and you're actually engaging through the muscles to kind of think about, you're pressing the floor back down. Yeah. Let's take a deep breath in. Belly drops down, tailbone and chest lift. Coming into your cow pose. Nice. Exhaling around through the spine, lift it up towards the ceiling as the tailbone and chin tuck under. Inhale, tailbone, chest lift, belly drops. Exhale and round. One more time, inhale, chest and tailbone lift. And exhale, they round. Nice. Inhale and come to a neutral spine. Let's press those hips back towards the heels and then walk the hands back. So we're not going to come into a child's pose yet. We're coming into kind of a kneeling position. Nice. Go ahead and inhale, reach the arms up and over the head. As you lift the hips, we're going to come down to standing on the knees. And as you exhale, go ahead and kind of bow forward, sweep the arms down alongside the hips. Maybe just keep the hips hovering. Maybe let the forehead come close. Inhale, reach all the way back up. Exhale, kind of bow forward, kind of to like a child's pose hover. If you need to let the hips touch, go ahead and release them all the way down. 2 more times. Let's inhale and lift. Press the hips forward. And exhale, release them down. Nice. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, as you release down, let's keep the arms reaching forward. Press the hips all the way back towards the heels. Relax the forehead down onto the floor, child's pose. You can release the whole arm down onto the floor. You could keep the arms lifted, maybe up on the fingertips. Think about reaching even through the armpits forward towards the top edge of the mat if you're keeping those arms lifted. Nice. If the palms are connected to the floor, go ahead and lift them up, coming up onto those fingertips. Lift the arms. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let's walk the hands over to the left edge of our mat. Try to reach a little bit further towards the left with that right hand, so that opposite hand. Nice. And then notice if that right shoulder lifted way up, can you level the shoulders towards the floor? As you relax the forehead back down, maybe that right arm can come and stock on top of the left hand. As you breathe into the right side of ribs, in between each rib is a muscle that doesn't often get a lot of our attention, even though they do a lot of work. So go ahead and take a moment to notice them, to feel them, your intercostal muscles. They're what allow the rib cage to expand and contract as you breathe in and out. Pretty important. Nice. On an inhale breath now, we're going to walk the hands back towards center. We're going to pause for a full breath in and out in our child's pose. Nice. And then again, if the palms are connected to the floor, go ahead and lift them up again. And then let's walk the hands all the way over towards the right. So same, but different. Left hand reaches a little bit far forward. It keeps the shoulders a little bit more even and level. If it's available for you, the left hand can stack on top of the right hand. It's not necessary. Make sure the left shoulder hasn't cocked up a little bit higher than the right shoulder. And then breathe in between each one of your left side ribs. So let's give it one more deep breath in here. Let that breath all the way out. On an inhale breath, walk the hands back towards center. Nice. Let's plant those palms down, start to lift back into our tabletop. Then walk the hands forward, keep shifting the shoulders forward so they stay on top of the wrists, hip shift forward in front of the knees. Toes or tops of the feet pressed down, tailbone reaches towards the back of the room, crown of your head reaches forward. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the elbows. We're going to lower in one strong, long line all the way down onto the belly. Nice. Inhale, let's pull those elbows in and back towards each other. As you press into the tops of the feet now, go ahead and lift the chest any height. And exhale, lower it back down. Nice. 2 more times. Inhale, let's go ahead and lift the chest, pull the elbows in and back, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, go ahead and roll it down. Last one, inhale and reach it up or lift the chest. Exhale, lower it down. Nice. So a couple options here. You can come back up through hands and knees and meet us there, or you can tuck the toes here. Start to firm up the thighs, reach the tailbone back towards the heels, reach the crown of the head forward, fire up those shoulders, and as you inhale, press yourself up into plank pose. That was a gamble, but I think it went well. Go ahead and reach those heels back. If you're in tabletop or knees down plank, you can stay right there, or you can choose to lift the knees. We'll all give it one more deep breath in, and on an exhale breath, let's meet in downwards facing dog. Press the hips up and back towards the ceiling, maybe soften the knees. Remember, the tailbone is that tip top of your triangle here. And then go ahead and walk it out. Any movement that occurs to you that feels good in your body, turn that attention inward. Forget about me on the screen. Like, what do I need? Who cares if you've never seen it done before? It doesn't have to have a name. So let's come into stillness in our downwards facing dog. Let's reach that tailbone high up towards the sky. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Keep pressing the whole hand down, including that space between the thumb and the first finger. Nice. Let's inhale and lift those heels high. Feel the tailbone starting to lift. Then start to round into the spine as you shift the shoulders forward. Come into your plank pose. Knees can stay lifted off the ground, or they can anchor down. Nice. Either way, that core is drawing in, supporting the spine. You're almost kind of a little bit rounding through the shoulders just to avoid that collapse, right? Little bit of strength. Push the floor down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the elbows, one strong line all the way down onto the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest. You can stay here in cobra, or you can straighten the arms, lifting the thighs up and off the floor, coming into upwards facing dog. As you exhale through hands and knees or rolling over the toes from here, we'll meet back in downwards facing dog. Nice. Maybe you move this down dog again. Maybe you hold it in stillness. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Let's inhale, lift those heels high. Bend your knees, look forward towards your thumbs. And as you exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, let's lift halfway up. Fingertips, or palms rather, to your shins. Press the tailbone back. Feel the hips kind of tipping forward a little bit as the crown of the head reaches forward. And as you exhale, go ahead and fold. Soften the knees as much as you need to. Maybe grab onto opposite elbows here. That sounds nice. Nice. You can sway side to side even. Maybe the belly rests against the thighs. Maybe you feel those breaths in. Let's inhale and lift halfway up. Hands to shins, maybe fingertips towards the floor. Tailbone reaches back again, hips tip forward as the crown of the head reaches forward, long spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, root through the heels. Let's roll ourselves up to standing all the way. I will never manage to get my whole body in this frame. It's not gonna happen. Inhale, let's reach those arms up and over the head. Nice. As you exhale, let's bend the knees, drop the hips down. Coming into chair pose, hands can come to the chest, they could come to hips. They could just dangle, honestly. That's also fine. Nice. Feel that same energy of the thighs drawing in towards each other, and at the same time, energize through the ankles. So it almost feels like you're kind of rolling the thigh bones out as they squeeze together, which I understand sounds counterintuitive, but that way you get the external rotation and kind of the engagement, seating the thigh bones into your hip sockets, right? Did you think about your hip sockets today? Now you are. Take a deep breath in. If you think about your hips, you won't feel your thighs. Let that breath out. One more deep breath in here. Ooh, exhale, forward fold. That got spicy. Relax the torso over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, let's roll ourselves up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Okay. As you exhale, just feel that weight sink down into the heels, like growing roots down into the earth. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the hips. No, bend the knees, drop the hips, chair pose. And you have to bend the hips too. Nice, hands to heart center, hands to hips, hands free flowing wherever you want them to be. Nice, take a deep breath in here. Let that breath all the way out. Think length through the spine. One more deep breath in. Woo, exhale, go ahead and forward fold. Maybe those legs get a little straighter than they were last time. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice, exhale, let's bend the knees a lot, plant the palms down. Shift the weight forward into the hands so that you can step the feet back. See how little you can move the shoulders as you do that, just as a curiosity, as an exploration. Knees can anchor down or they can stay lifted off the floor. Give it one more deep breath here. Exhale as you bend the elbows. Let's lower all the way down, one strong line. Nice. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift the chest, cobra or up dog, your choice. Exhale through hands and knees or rolling over the toes. Let's meet back in downwards facing dog. Nice. Pressing the tailbone up towards the ceiling, maybe adding movement or maybe finding stillness. Nice. Let's give it one more deep breath. Let's inhale, lift those heels high, bend the knees, look forward toward your thumbs as you exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Let's inhale, come right up into chair pose. Bend those knees, drop the hips down. Again, arms are your choice. Maybe this time you reach them up by the ears. Nice, use the breath. On your next inhale breath, please press into the heels, straighten the legs, reach the arms up and over the head. Nice. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then release the hands down towards the side, coming into mountain pose or Tadasana. Nice. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, please. Nice. Exhale, soften the knees a little bit, fingertips towards the mat. Channel that chair pose, that strength in the legs, those bent knees. Squeeze that left foot up in toward your seat and then send that left foot all the way back. Land the toes down, nice, hitting your lunge. Fingertips on either side of that right foot and then press down into that right heel. Right knee stacks right on top of that ankle. Still a lot of strength happening in that left leg. It's not just floating back there, it's holding you up. Start to walk the hands back a little bit, maybe more underneath the shoulders. Get light on the fingertips. And then as you inhale, let's reach those arms up and over the head. Whew, coming up into our high lunge. Now notice here we have strength in that back leg, but if pressing that leg all the way straight really kind of kinks into your low back here, go ahead and soften the knee. Release a little bit of that front hip flexor and allow a little bit more space for that low back. Nice. Notice where the mind goes as my voice gets a little quieter, as this gets a little challenging. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. One more deep breath in. Nice. Exhale, keeping the bend in the legs. Go ahead and bring fingertips down towards the floor, maybe up onto your blocks. Take a deep breath in. Think about lifting the chest as you drop the hips lower. Let this knee maybe travel forward. Nice. As you exhale, we're going to shift the hips back. We're going to press into this right heel, straighten out that right leg. Maybe lift the right toes. That might just give you a little bit more space. Nice. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the chest, drop the hips. Exhale, press those hips back. Maybe lift the toes, option. One more time, inhale, bend. Nice. Exhale, as you straighten, we're going to hold here. We're going to step this left foot forward. Nice. Coming into our pyramid pose. Again, maybe floor needs to come up to you. You can use blocks, you can use books, you can use furniture. Animals probably won't like it, but you can try. I don't think mine would stay still. Nice. Think about tipping the hips forward, pointing the tailbone straight back behind you, reaching the crown of the head forward. That might be enough for that hamstring. If you want to feel a little bit more, maybe from there, you try to drop chest towards your right shin. And once you hit your fold, you can release the head. Let it hang heavy. Nice. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift again. So that's lengthening through the spine, coming out of that fold a bit. And as you exhale, just one more time, folding in. Nice. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Go ahead and soften that right knee. Please, we're going to step the left foot forward to meet the right foot at the top of your mat. If you're using props, maybe you move those out of your way to a reachable location. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. As we're in this fold here, again, you can keep fingertips anchored towards the floor. Maybe grab onto opposite elbows, or maybe you want to echo that beginning of the class. Hands clasped behind the back. Maybe straighten the arms, let them fall overhead. Nice. Wherever you are, as you inhale, let's halfway lift. Hands can be on shins. Maybe they kiss the floor. I kind of hate that I said it that way. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing. You can come up with a flat back or roll yourself up. Nice. Exhale, drop the shoulders back in down mountain pose, just standing tall and strong. Nice. Inhale, reaches the arms up. Exhale, folds us forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, fingertips towards the floor. Let's go ahead and shift weight over into that left foot, channeling that strength in our chair pose. Can you squeeze the right heel in towards your seat? Nice. Exhale, send it all the way to the back of the mat. Land in your lunge. Take a moment, press into that left heel. Stack that left knee over the left ankle. Nice. Stay strong in that right leg. Use that leg to hold you up. Start to get lighter in the fingertips, and as you inhale, reach the arms up and over the head, high lunge. Nice. Again, notice if strength in the right leg has been kind of co-opted to meaning that leg has to be totally straight. It's not true. Nice. Make room for your low back. Maybe you soften that knee a little bit. Anchor through your breath. Inhale, breaths lift you up. Think lightness. Exhale, breaths anchor you down. Think stability. Nice. Give it 2 more. Ooh, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Take your breath in, and as you breathe out, bring hands to the floor. Keep that lunge in the legs. Nice. Inhale, drops those hips maybe a little lower, lifts the heart. Exhale, press into that left foot. Start to shift the hips back as you straighten into that left leg. Maybe the toes lift. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the chest, drop the hips. Exhale, straighten. One more time. Inhale, bend, lift, drop. Exhale, straighten. Nice. We're going to hold here. See if you can anchor the whole left foot down. If you lifted it up, we're going to step this right foot forward, finding your pyramid pose. Maybe using blocks to change the height of the floor. Nice. Reach the tailbone back, tip those hips forward. I'm gonna bring my blocks higher. Nice. Reach forward through the crown of the head. This is your half lift. Tip the hips forward, that's your fold. Nice. If you have anything else to give from that hamstring, you can bring the torso down. Think just towards thighs. Once you hit the end range of your fold, you can round. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift. Tailbone reaches back, crown of the head reaches forward, spine is long and supported. Exhale one more time, fold forward. Whatever else you have to give here. Nice. Let's inhale and lift halfway, soften into that left knee. Step the right foot forward, please, to meet the left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. All the way, surrender. Nice. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms all the way down. Please shift the weight forward into the hands. Keep stable in the shoulders as you walk the feet back. Plank pose. Looks like knees lifted or knees anchored down. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend the elbows lower all the way down onto the belly. Inhale, untuck the toes, lift through the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale through hands and knees or rolling over the toes. Let's meet one more time in downwards facing dog, please. Give this posture 3 deep breaths in stillness or in movement. Last deep breath here. Let's inhale and bring knees to the mat and coming through a tabletop. Nice, and walk the hands back. We're gonna come back onto kind of kneeling, standing up on the knees. Toes can be, let's tuck them under here just for a little bit more stability. If you do have blocks or props, you might wanna just have them at the ready. You might not need them, but go ahead and bring blocks or whatever you use for blocks to the outsides of each of your thighs. Kind of in line with, actually kind of in line with the ankles. So the outsides of the ankles. Nice. We're gonna take a deep breath and you're gonna bring our left hand down to our block or to the top of our heel. And it might be fingertips. You don't need a ton of support here from that hand. And as you reach back, think about pressing the hips forward, lifting through the chest, reaching that right arm up. Nice. Inhale, come back to center, and we'll just switch sides. So again, right fingertips come to your block or block-like thing, or to the top of the heel. Left hand reaches up, hips press forward, chest lifts towards the sky. Nice. Inhale through center and over to the left, reach that right arm up, hips forward, chest lifts. And to the other side. And back to the left. Just keep going at your own pace. It's kind of like a dynamic camel, half camel pose. You want to hold on one side, you could hold on one side. Or you can just keep it moving. Nice. And again, you can hold half camel on either side. You could keep alternating sides if you want. You can bring hands again to your props, your blocks, or similar, blocks similar. Or you can bring hands again to the tops of the heels, both hands down. And I'm kind of like on the roots of my fingers. Go ahead and press the hips forward, root the tailbone down, maybe lift through the chest. You just give it one breath in camel. Nice. And then we're all gonna come back to standing on the knees. We're all gonna tuck those toes under, or untuck the toes, tops of the feet down. And we're all gonna sit hips back towards the heels. Hands to the tops of the thighs, maybe closing the eyes. And then as you're ready, you can go ahead and hinge the torso forward, coming into child's pose, either with the hands reaching forward or with arms reaching alongside the body. Move as slowly as you feel like you need to. Camel is extensive back bend. And we're in the opposite shape here into a forward fold. So just move with care as you do. And then let's bring hands underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and gently use the strength in the arms to support the torso up. Okay, so let's set the hips off to one side, swing the legs around in front of you. If you're at the back of your mat like me, maybe scoot yourself forward. We're coming down onto our back. However you want to get there, you can take your time. Really ask your abdominals to do a little bit more work for you, or you can just bring knees into the chest, kind of roll yourself down, however is comfortable and safe and desirable. With knees into the chest, let's go ahead and drop them over to one side. You can choose which side you'd like to start on and let the opposite arm reach out. If you are limited on space, you can bend that elbow. If it feels nice through the neck, you can turn and look at that opposite arm, or you can keep head more neutral, eyes facing the ceiling. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back in towards the chest when you're ready, and then just switch sides on your twist. So knees drop to the other side of your mat. The other arm reaches out. Again, it can be straight or it can be bent. You just want to keep that shoulder as heavy as you can, as close to the floor as you can, to allow for that maximum rotation through the spine. When you're ready on an inhale breath, coming back with knees in towards the chest. Maybe a few gentle rocks side to side, maybe hands to shins. And then whatever this looks like for you, just see if you can squeeze everything super tight, like tension through every single muscle. Scrunch your toes, curl your feet, squeeze your thighs, maybe hug them in. You could lift the head even, scrunch into the face, squeeze the abs, tight, tight, tight. Everything hugs in. And on a breath out, everything releases. Extend arms and legs. Maybe do the opposite motion with the face. Stretch everything long and let it relax. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath the chest. And then maybe let one more long, conscious breath out to surrender the weight of your body into the earth. Just let it go. Let it be. Consciously acknowledging that right now in this moment, you are not in control. And maybe that makes you feel a bunch of things, and that's okay. Notice those. And then also notice how it feels to let go. Even just for one breath, can you let go? This is Shavasana. Wherever you are right now, you're welcome to stay. If you're ready to awaken, to return, maybe just take one breath in through the nose. And let that breath all the way out. And then on your next breath in, you could start moving fingers, moving toes, circling wrists, circling ankles, turning your head side to side. Maybe you point through the toes, reach both arms and up and over the head, and then as you breathe in, stretch long through the whole body. As you breathe out, knees draw to chest. Feel that rounding in, that turning in, that tuning in. Let the knees fall over to one side. Let your torso, your face follow that way. And pressing into your top hands. If you can, keeping eyes closed. Go ahead and press yourself up, finding a comfortable seat. Resting hands on thighs, or maybe drawing palms together at heart center. This Asian gesture of gratitude. Take a moment to be thankful for yourself, your choice to be here, your body that moves, your lungs that breathe. And send that thank you around through the interwebs, this virtual world that draws us together even when we're apart. As we draw this energy in, let's also send it out. May you, may we, may all beings be happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. Find peace and live with ease. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of you.